Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jesse Ricca back here for another live lesson with IK Multimedia. And today is all about the harmonic minor scale, if you haven't checked out the thumbnail yet. We're going to be talking about what the scale is, the notes it's made up of, the chords that make it up, and how we can use it, different situations where you can use it. That's what we're going to be going over today. So today isn't going to be too much about actually how to finger it on the fretboard. We might do that later. Today is really going to be all about the using it. It's going to be all about application. So if you're looking for, if you don't know how to play the harmonic minor scale yet, this one might not be for you because I'm not really going to spend too much time breaking it down. I'm going to spend most of the time just talking about the actual application of the scale. So let's just jump right into it. All right. So the harmonic minor scale is just the natural minor scale with the major 7. We're going to do it here in the key of A minor, right? We're going to try to stay away from all the sharps and flats, keep it real easy. So let's go ahead here. So I'm pulling up my chart real quick. I made a little chart you're going to see pop up on screen here. We're going to go through the notes. So the notes here, right, we're in the key of A minor, C major, A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, A. Let's go one more time. A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, A. Right, and then back down. A, G sharp, F, E, D, C, B, A. Right? So that's all the notes of the scale. So once we know all the notes of the scale and we've gotten it down, and again, you're going to want to practice all the positions, so work through all the positions. Right, so that was it in all the positions. So let's talk about the chords that build it up, right? So the chords that make up the harmonic minor scale, and how you can figure this out for any scale is you set up the notes like you would set it up like on a staff. I'm going to show you down here, down below on the chart. We're just going to stack 4 notes like in thirds, right? So you're going to have 4 notes stacked in thirds. And then you just apply the notes from the scale to it. So our first chord is going to be A minor major 7. How I built that again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's what I did. I set it up in thirds, and not thirds like major thirds. Right? We're thinking of thirds like diatonic thirds. Thirds in the scale. So A, B, C. So A is our first note, C is our third, C, D, E, right? And then that's going to be our third note away from C. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are our 4 notes stacked right there. Right, I'm not going to break down each chord that way, but I figured I'd just break down the first one, so this way you understand what's going on the chart, and this way if you have another scale you're working on, you can figure out the diatonic chords for that scale, right? So the diatonic chords for harmonic minor are going to be minor major 7. We're going to have A minor major 7. We're doing this in the key of A minor. We're going to do B half diminished, C major 7 sharp 11, D minor 7, E7, F major 7, and then we have G sharp diminished back to A minor major 7. Right? Again, if you don't know those chords, check them out. You want to be able to do them with all the different kind of voicings. If I was going to do it in another set of voicings, we could do it like based off the D string. Here's another good set, right? So we have A minor major 7, B half diminished, C major 7 augmented 5th, D minor 7, we'll come down here, E7, right, F major 7, G sharp half diminished, back to A minor major 7. We're going to start to use the harmonic minor scale in a couple different situations. Right, so the first one is over a minor 2-5, which is super common, right? So we're going to keep this all in the key of A minor. So a minor 2-5, we're referring to the 2 chord and the 5 chord relative to A minor. So in this situation, we're going to have B half diminished, and E altered. We'll just do a flat 9. That keeps us really in the, that's right in there. And then to A minor 7. Now, as we see, B half diminished and E7 are chords that are also in the harmonic minor scale. So over those 2 chords, we can use harmonic minor, and it's going to sound really good, right? So that's the key to this whole thing, is finding the chords that are relative to each other, right? It's like, oh, that chord, it's in the major scale, but it's also in harmonic minor, or it's in the natural minor scale, but it's also in harmonic minor, right? So using those chords. So here's B, E, and I'll do one without the chords so you can just hear where I'm coming from. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So you could hear where I went from harmonic minor. So the next one we're going to work on is secondary dominant chords. You see them in a lot of tunes, like Georgia on My Mind has a secondary dominant chord. Sublime Santeria, that has a secondary dominant chord. It's a lot of times you'll see it'll resolve to a minor chord, or it might resolve up one to a major chord. So the one we have here resolves up to a major chord. So we have C major 7, right? E7 to F major 7, and then G7. C, E, F, and then G. Right? And over that E chord, again, we're going to use that harmonic minor scale. Right? You could also, maybe think of that as like a Phrygian dominant. We're thinking of the modes of the harmonic minor scale. So. Right, so that's just a little example. And you could hear when I got to that dominant chord, I really started laying in on that G sharp. So that's another really common progression you see all the time. I just named a bunch of tunes, and there's even way more than that than I just named. There's way more than that. So check that out, secondary dominant chord. So the other way we have is a turnaround here. It's like a minor blues turnaround, right? We're doing it in A, so we're going F major 7, E7, A minor 7, then E7. Right? So over that F major 7, right, that's in harmonic minor. So you can actually play harmonic minor over that whole thing. I tend not to. I tend to save that for when I get to that E dominant, right? And as you see here, I'm doing a lot of switching back and forth. In my example, I've actually put natural minor. So use natural minor over F. So that's another good example. You're going to see that one a lot. Like if you do a minor blues, that's a great place to put it in there. So the last example I want to talk about is when you have a minor chord right? And then right behind it you have, or right in front of it you have a diminished chord, right? Or vice versa. It actually works either way. So anytime you have a diminished chord resolving to a minor chord or coming off a minor chord, you can use harmonic minor. A good example is cavato, right? The chords are A, and then to a G sharp diminished. So over that A, I'm using a natural minor or Dorian in that case, really. Right? And that's another great way you can use harmonic minor. It's over those diminished chords. And that's pretty much the last thing I want to go over, guys. Thank you so much again for tuning in and coming to check out the live stream. We're going to be back every Thursday. I know we're still doing little giveaways here and there. I know Ryan's going to talk to us about some of that stuff coming up. So we'll have more giveaways going on. Yeah, guys, keep practicing and be safe out there, y'all. Later.